Hello, and welcome to The Drop.
The Drop was created to showcase the personalities in play of pickleball's best and brightest.
Today's guest is Tommy Calderone, but before we meet Tommy, let me share with you all our format. During an interview on The Drop, 4 of our guest fellow players will play a match as we spectate. We will interact with the match as a part of our format.
Now we'll go to the court and introduce you to another cast member, Bob Trout. Bob's a certified coach and trainer. He's mic'd up on the court today, and he'll be our honorary referee. Bob, take it away.
Thank you, Dan. And we will be playing 1 game to 15, win by 2. We'll switch sides at 8. And again, I am not a certified ref. I'll be acting referee and kind of an on-site coach at times, or at least asking piercing questions. To my left, the viewer's rights, we have...
I'm Kristen Reinhart from East Lansing, Michigan. Looking forward to being part of the Drop.
Zach Chambers, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Looking forward to it.
Brian Brooks, Comstock Park, Michigan.
Adeline Nelson, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Excited to be here.
Thank you. We will be starting with Zach and Kristen as first servers. To my left, your right.
All right, we are thrilled to have Tommy Calderone here in the booth with us.
And with that,
Welcome, Tommy.
Team on my
Hey,
right,
welcome, guys. I'm really
ready?
happy to be here in this snowy day here in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, we're excited to have you too. You know what, Tommy, why don't you jump right in for us and tell us a little bit about your pickleball journey.
Oh, pickleball journey. So I'm about a year old with pickleball, about 20 years old in tennis. It all started out with my my mother. Started playing at a local church, pickleball. She played a lot of tennis growing up, and then I kind of wanted a little more of a bonding experience with my mom. So like, all right, I'm going to try this out. Last 3 or 4 years, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, Tommy, I think you'd be great at the sport, pickleball." And I was like, I'm going to play with my mom a couple times with some retired folks at the local church, and then I started getting really enjoying it quite a bit, and I kind of wanted to take it to the next level. So I started traveling to in Ann Arbor at the Wolverine. It's a pickleball kind of like warehouse, and started playing a little bit more and more, like 3-5, drop-in classes, and then a year later, here I am.
Nice. Yeah, the Wolverines indoor, right? Christy and Leslie, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Nice.
Great people. It's about a 15-minute drive from where I'm at in Chelsea, so I love playing there, and just like the community aspect as well. It's crazy. Some of these people I've been playing pickleball with for 3 months to 6 months, and now it feels like they're really close friends, and I know their family, I know their kids, having bonfires together, not even doing pickleball things. So I think that's one of my favorite things about pickleball is just the community.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you got the community going, probably still play with mom a little bit, but you're also playing a little bit more higher level professional. How is that coming along, and how are you enjoying that aspect?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I still feel very raw, like still learning a lot. When I do try to improve, it's like, all right, what's one thing I can focus on? All right, is it the third shot drop, and just kind of focusing on that. But my main goals with like playing professional tournaments or even like local Michigan tournaments is, am I going to get better after this tournament? Win or lose, if it's 2 out or if I'm getting gold, like, am I going to be a better pickleball player at the end of it? And then it's a success.
Yeah. It's a great attitude to have.
Yeah. A little growth mindset doesn't hurt.
No, not at all. With where you're at today, what's some of the shots you're like really happy with, and what's some of the new stuff you're working on, like you said, as you're continuing that growth mindset?
Shots that I'm happy with. I love getting up at the net. I love kind of taking it to the opponent, being the offensive, dictating the point. What I've been really working on is, so in tennis I had a two-handed backhand. And my first 6 months at pickleball, I was trying to be like a Roger Federer. I grew up and I was like, I'm hitting everything. This is my redemption to have a one-handed shot in a paddle or racket sport. And then I'm slowly drifting back to kind of more of a two-handed backhand. I kind of like countering it when I'm up at the kitchen, and especially I've been trying out on the right side and kind of having that like Colin John's sliding backhand, two-handed backhand. I'm loving that. So that's something I'm really working on. I can always improve my third shot drop. That is something where it's going to be a lifelong journey of just working on that nonstop.
Let's take a peek into the match here too, Tommy, and see. You've played with these 4 players quite a bit here, but
Yeah, mostly Kristen. We've been playing a lot of mixed doubles in the last 3 months or so, and it's a lot of fun playing with her. We got a good attitude. We like kind of being a little goofy on the court. We're both competitive. We both like to win, so it's a trip playing with her.
we had Kristen on the last episode 3 of the drop. She's got that third shot for you, right? So when you get to pair up with her, you don't have to worry about your third shot drop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She makes me look like a better pickleball player every time. Maybe that's why I like being on the court with her.
Yeah, do you find yourself getting in there, expecting a good drop from your partner and employing the shake and
3,
bake,
2, 1.
getting offensive earlier in the point?
Oh yeah, like I mean, I don't want to talk about tennis too much, but that was something where I always like to my opponents. It's feeling like it's chaos, but it's kind of controlled on our side. Getting in there, I know when I'm going to kind of be poaching on her side. Yeah, I love kind of creating that chaos, that offensive energy on the pickleball court. That's what it's. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, nice lob.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
court lob.
Full court lob from Zach.
Point.
Picking on his partner there. Not well, his normal partner there.
5, 2, 1.
When it comes to kind of the tools of the trade, Tommy, do you have any preferences on your paddle, what you like to use? Have you played around with it a little bit?
I've played around with it a total of 2 times. So when last year around this time, I was playing with the Franklin Ben John signature paddle, and I was really enjoying it. Felt natural, but then after a few weeks, it was kind of breaking down on me, and then I kind of followed the train when Ben John switched to the Eula Hyperion. I switched right over to there, and it's a little more reliable. I put a little bit of lead on it, kind of on the throat, but I'm not trying to make it too heavy. It's a little top heavy, as I'm kind of just learning the pickleball feel the older I get with this sport. So yeah, it's a paddle of choice. Always a little homage to my tennis days is I like the Wilson overgrip. I kind of take the original grip off, put 2 overgrips on that sucker, and it feels great in the hands.
I think that's kind of the fun of it, right? Getting to figure out what you like, adding the weight, playing around. I mean, like you said, someone who's played tennis, you can do that, right? But I think a lot of people in pickleball are starting to play around with that a little bit more too. Emulating pros, like you said, not a bad idea to emulate Ben and Colin John if you're in your paddle or play style.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I think I'm more of the offensive. I naturally like the left side of the court. And I just like watching Colin play pickleball, like the disciplined, the just trying to reduce unforced errors all the time. It's just
6, 3, 1.
every time I watch him play, I'm like, all right, I wasn't even on the court, but I'm a little bit better at this sport just kind of watching him.
Do you watch a lot of play, YouTube, do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like usually if I can't sleep, I'll just like kind of pop on YouTube, see if there was a tournament, and just watch a couple games here and there. Yeah, I love watching it all. I don't play singles, but I really enjoy watching mixed and then the gendered, both men's and women's.
So how often are you playing now, Tommy, and how do you incorporate drilling into your game? Do you try to get some drilling regularly or mostly playing games in the winter?
It's mostly games. Hold on. Sorry, this is a little Spitfire ball going on right now.
That was a fun point.
Nice shot. Wow. So wait, the question was, like with drilling?
You've got 7.
I've been finding some partners in like the Ann Arbor area who wanna drill, which is awesome. I'm always open for it, but it's opportunity. It's usually if there's a court open, people want to play. So I kind of stick to that mentality of having what's one thing I can work on. Third shots. I'm just gonna keep on focusing on third shots. So it's really my practice is when I play, it's just defaulting to working on one thing and not worry about the consequences. I'm very competitive, so I try to be like, I want to win this, and I want to abandon what I'm trying to focus on or work on. But I'm like, no, I need to work on the third shot drop or the dink, reducing errors. So usually it's during play.
Yeah.
Nice. Bob, we'll kick it over to you as I think we hit our halfway point of our match here.
We do. We're going to switch at 8. I had a question for all of you. Some of you do use a 2-handed backhand. Some of you use a 1-handed backhand. What are some of your reasons? You have an idea, Kristen?
Well, I tennis, so it really is awkward for me to have a second hand on the paddle. But it's something that I would like to add a little more power to that shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I play tennis, and it's still awkward for me to have two hands on the paddle. So I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like for me, if I'm reaching, I use one hand, but if I'm driving, I use two.
That's definitely a disadvantage of two is you lose reach. The advantage is you get some more steady shots on it, and you're moving your shoulders both.
I just feel like I get a little more control,
Okay.
softness out of it.
Okay. I'm actually finding for new students, a lot of them are afraid of the backhand, and especially for gals, if they put both hands on it, they get enough bump without swinging real hard. They can get it over pretty easily. That a lot of them are pleasantly surprised how easy it is to get a good set bump on the ball or good push to get it through. Okay, thank you. We'll move on to the next switch sides.
Well, we'll take a second here and catch the score as we restart and see where we're at.
Eight, 3, I think it was Zach. 2.
Looks like they have a bit of a lead there, Tommy, 8-3.
Yeah, you came out at 6.
It's not over until it's
Okay.
over.
That's right. That's
Team
right.
on the
What-
left, are you ready?
One of my favorite
Team on my right?
wins of
8-3.
pickleball is at the
Okay.
Salty Elf in
Time's
Grand
in,
Rapids.
8-3-2.
Chris and I are down 2-14, and then we just somehow crawled back to a victory. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's never over until it's over.
10 out of 10 out of the satisfying level there all the way.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some bragging going on next time I see those opponents.
Oh, okay. Name them now. Call.
Like Jaren and D.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I watched that match. That was absolutely amazing. It was so good.
Yeah,
Oh man.
3-9-1.
yeah. You just never know. Just
No.
keep on.
Keep fighting, right?
Heck yeah.
Let's see if Brian and Adeline can get back into it here.
Point.
Good start. So what else are you into besides pickleball, Tommy?
Ooh, what else am I into besides pickleball? I'm a big reader. I love hiking. I love being outdoors. Big in family. So most of my 20s, I was kind of lived outside of Michigan, and that's because I was either teaching tennis at the academy level or collegiate level. So tennis is a kind of a big aspect. Love watching the sport. But then since I've been back in Michigan since the pandemic, it's just getting closer to family. I got a brother and a new sister-in-law, and I'm going to be an uncle here in April. So I'm super excited to be an uncle.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
How fast are you going to put a pickleball paddle or tennis racket in that young one's hand?
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna love the kid no matter what. My sister-in-law, Caitlin, she's a CrossFit, and my brother, he's still into tennis quite a bit. So, hey, whatever the young one is into, she's gonna get a whole lot of love from her uncle and her dad and her mom.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
9-6-1.
Closing the gap.
Are you still doing the tennis coaching then back here in Michigan as well, or is that?
Sometimes, yeah. Last summer, I was teaching some private lessons here and there, and then doing like a men's doubles clinic. But the more and more I'm playing pickleball, the less and less I'm playing tennis or teaching it. So, but hey, I don't mind that.
No, not
You got to go with the flow with life and where your interests are and commitments and priorities.
6-9-1.
Ooh, just wide.
Anything scheduled here for the pickleball tournament calendar year that you're looking
7-9-1.
forward to?
Yeah, so I just actually got back from Boca Raton, Florida. I did a little pro pickleball tournament with my doubles. I was at my full-time doubles partner, but we've been playing some doubles together, Mariano Ye, and that was a blast. So we might try to do another tournament here
7-2.
later this year or in the spring. And I'm trying to go do some summer tournaments with Jaren.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. That Boca Raton turn, I heard the conditions were kind of fun down there, pretty windy and maybe a little colder than expected.
Oh wait, that wasn't Boca. That was on the other side in the Gulf. What was the week before? Because
It was Punta Gorda, maybe. So
yeah, Punta Gorda was real windy, and I wasn't there. My buddy was there, and he said like it was in the 30s. I think one of the days, like, all right, we went down to Florida from Michigan, and we want to put our coats back on. It was 80s. It was sunny. I was going out on the beach. I just did men, kind of coming back from a little bit of a hip injury right now, so I just did the men's, and I took 3 days off of work, and I'll get over.
An incredible reset.
That was-
Kristen.
Oh, just wide.
that was
So
sick.
yeah, I was going out on the beach, hitting the hot tub, hitting the pool. I was enjoying myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
10-7-2. Yeah.
Ooh, Kristen pushing back to the ref here.
Yeah, don't let Bob get away with that.
We are at 7-9-1.
Every point matters. That's right. So you kind of talked about maybe having a little injury and stuff, but recovery, how you're playing a lot, working out. Like, do you have any message even for the listeners, the watchers here about how you treat your body and kind of prep yourself for tennis,
7-9-2.
pickleball, and all that good stuff?
Well, maybe it's if they want to reach out to me for recovery, because man, the older I get, I had some knee injuries in college, and you feel them a little more when you get older. So man, if anyone has advice for me, please reach out to me for some recovery. But now I got a little nice Christmas present, like one of those Theraguns.
Oh yeah.
So those things are a dream. And New Year's resolution, not a big believer, but I'm really trying to put a commitment on stretching more. I never regretted stretching at night or after a workout. So yeah, I need someone to hold me accountable and to stretch more.
Pickleball yoga group for Tommy is what we're
Oh.
hearing. East Side, get a pickleball yoga group going.
11-7-1.
Absolutely. No, that's a great idea, actually.
Sometimes I get lucky. I'll take it.
So what about the world of singles, Tommy? Is that something you're looking to get more into? Have you played some singles?
Okay, so I played. Ooh, almost made it.
Zach knew that as soon as he hit that shot.
Yeah.
I regret this decision immediately.
So singles, I played. It wasn't even like a tournament or anything. It was like this little round robin get together last summer. I played it for the first time ever doing singles, and I felt like I couldn't walk for 3 days after. So singles is just, and that's kind of where I tweaked my hip. And the second time I played singles was about a month ago, playing with my buddy Hans, and it was early in the morning. It was cold out, and we're early on the court, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna kick your butt here in singles." Young Tommy.
7-11.
And so I'm like, all right, let's go. And so obviously we got competitive. We didn't even warm up. We jumped right in it, tweaked something, and then I played 2 hours of pickleball, and I'm limping the next day. So I'm taking ownership. I should have warmed up. I should have told them, let's start in a little bit. But lesson learned.
2 hours of singles is no joke either.
Oh no, yeah, we played. It was like 10 minutes of singles, but then we played doubles when
Okay.
when everyone else got there later. So lesson learned.
Fair enough.
What's the score?
9-11.
9-11. Look, yeah.
Good match going.
Yeah. Bob, if you can hear us, what are you noticing here as the match tightens up?
Side out. What I'm noticing is a huge amount of resets, which are outstanding. What they used to call no man's land, the transition zone, you're going to be there. So you've got to learn to soften it up and just drop it back over again. That's for lower level players, they're pushing at everything, and it ends up going right up where it gets killed. You need to just bump it back over, and that takes practice. But these guys are really good at it, so it's fun to watch. Okay, we are at 9. We are at 11, 9, 1.
Shot.
Oh.
What a great backhand. I can't believe that came back.
What to say? Exhibit A of a great reset.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adeline, for making all of us look good on that one. Beautiful reset.
12, 9, 1. Second server. 9-2.
That's
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Side out.
How about you guys? Big pickleball players? What's
Ooh, turning it
Yeah.
around. I like that.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm an introvert. I come
9,
across as a
12.
very
Oh.
charismatic extrovert, but I like listening and hearing other people talk too.
Pat, why don't you take that first, Pat?
Yeah, so I've been playing pickleball. This is my 10th year. My dad got me into it. So I'm competing and getting some medals at the 4 or 5 level. Just love the sport. Also love getting involved with the outreach in the community. I'm the vice
1.
president of the Grand Rapids Pickleball Club, so tons of work to do and just trying to advance the sport for everybody's enjoyment.
Second server.
Awesome.
Yeah. I first played pickleball in middle school, played in high school too, but I've been playing off and on for 7-8 years now,
10,
and I love it
12,
enough
2.
that I'm going to go on the venture of opening a new indoor facility in Grand Rapids called Pro Shop Pickleball Gym. So,
Pro Shop Pickleball Gym.
yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
I love it enough to open, get some 5 indoor courts, some dinking and trainer
Side
courts,
out.
and help expand the indoor play, and even during the summertime for the community. So.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's fantastic. We definitely need the court space through
Yeah.
the
12,
winter
10,
season
1.
here.
Wait, yeah, so I'm a little bit of an outsider because I'm not from Grand Rapids. So it's the Grand Rapids Pickleball Group or Association? What's the...
So his venture he's speaking about, I believe, is...
No, yeah, you're...
Talk about your club there.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
club.
the Grand Rapids Pickleball Club. Yeah, so Grand Rapids Pickleball Club has been in existence for, I think, almost 15 years now, and
Okay.
has largely worked on outreach and trying to develop the venue and put together tournaments, like kind of the main
job.
organizing body within the Grand Rapids Pickleball scene here. So
We're at
they're
13.
responsible for a lot of the
1.
enhancements at Belknap Park, which is kind of our main venue. So, yeah, a lot of great people, so many volunteers, everybody pitching in to make
server.
the sport better for everyone, and yeah, it's been a wonderful journey.
Belknap Park, like Pat's saying, that's where the Beer City Opens held, and
13, 10,
Meyer
2.
State Games, and some of the bigger tournaments here in the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, so last year, Beer City was the first kind of like pro tournament I've ever
Nice.
witnessed because I didn't even watch any kind of YouTube. Before then, I was just kind of discovering the sport and like what the tournament level. Because like the first half of 2022 was just,
We
hey,
have a
this is a
match point
hobby. I'm
here
just enjoying it.
At
And then when I went to
14,
Beer City, I was
10,
like, ooh, this
2.
is really cool. I kind of want to try to play some tournaments here and check things out and maybe
Side out.
do some pro tournaments. And here we are.
Oh man, it was a great tournament.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So much fun. Beer City really brought it to the
10,
next level this
4,
last year.
1.
Yeah. And isn't that where you have to kind of have your finger on your mouse when the registration opens to...
Immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 14, 2.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Wow.
I didn't think that was going to stay in.
Oh, just
Side out.
that was wide.
Oh, he just missed.
I think he didn't. He called it in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
14, 10, 1.
Oh, I have a confession to make. I think one of my previous games,
Second
I think
server?
we returned on the wrong side.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Whoops.
yeah. I was just feeling,
14, 10,
guilty.
I
I feel it
mean-
on my shoulders right now.
Yeah, I mean, Bob did make it very clear that he's not a certified ref, so we're not going to hold it against him.
Point. Game.
What a
Thank
great
you for
match.
pointing that out, Dan.
We have to laugh, Bob. We have to laugh.
I know, and I don't mind. That's fine. Okay, a couple of things here. You lifted up a really nice lob once.
That was so
Why?
sweet. Yeah.
On the kitchen line. And I think, you know what, at the right time, a lob is a really good shot. Been adding that to my game a little bit, but, you know, when everyone's kind of leaning forward, you might not win the point, but at least you get them back, and then they have to work their way back to the kitchen line.
Okay, anybody else? I would agree with that. Really, the best at this level, the best time to lob is when everybody's leaning in at the kitchen line. You get a war going on, dinking, and then just loft a little lob. It doesn't have to be super high, but at this level, how often do you do it from the back line?
Not very rarely.
Almost never. Almost never. I had another question was, do you ever call off your stack or your switch midpoint?
Depending on what the serve is. If the serve is really out wide, then it's tough to get all the way back across. So at that point in time, it's kind of communication-wise, like just try to stay and recover best you can.
What do you use? What do you yell?
It's just stay.
Okay. Just a little bit longer?
Yeah, just make it known.
Okay. That's it from here. Go ahead, Dan.
Thanks, Bob. So, Tommy, it's been a pleasure here to have you on the drop. Really, really nice to have you. We can call you the introvert of pickleball now, even though you fooled all of us. So.
Absolutely. Yep. Thanks a lot for having me. This was a ton of fun. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Hope I'm back again sometime.
Yeah, it'd be a pleasure to have you. So, this has been The Drop, episode 4 with Tommy Calderone. Thank you so much, and hope to see you all again soon.